My name is Jaan Pullerits. I come from from MyJar, and I'm a senior developer. I've been working on IT area about 10 years already, or something like that. So not very long, but quite enough to see many different things. So today I'm going to give you a presentation which may contain some pictures of cats. So if you're afraid of cats, then please be warned. And the topic is how to dramatically increase the delivery speed of an IT company. This is a question that is often asked in different seminars, in different forums like Reddit or Quora or whatever. And there is often like very strange answers to that, and nobody really knows. But maybe I have an answer for this. And how do we actually increase the speed then? To explain it well, I have to tell you a story. This story is totally fictional. None of the companies or people involved in the story actually exist. But it's based on real life, and it's not based on one company or one people. It's based on a series of events I have seen over my professional career. So, many years ago, let's say I had a cat, and I liked to play with my cat. I wanted to get him toys and stuff. And I started searching internet to find any store where I can buy like cat products such as like all guys laser pointers and not whatever. But I didn't find anything. There was some things outside, but they expected credit card, and I didn't have credit card back then. And then I thought that maybe we should create some sort of company in Estonia that sells cat products for people interested. So I started a company called Catland24. This is a fictional company if somebody is missing a bit. And I installed a simple internet shop software in my server. I started selling cat products. It became relatively popular. We sold really expensive boxes for cats to stay in. So the thing is that it took off. People actually wanted this product, and we started growing. We had a relatively big company. I was working alone on it. Probably didn't know much about programming, just using like pre-packaged software. Everything was fine, but then people started writing me questions like, what sort of cat food should I buy for this cat who is home at the time, and what sort of cat food should I buy to a pregnant cat? And I got lots of questions, and all of them were pretty similar, and I thought maybe I shouldn't answer to those emails, because there is like lots of them coming in every day. So I installed a web forum. So people who ask those questions, they can ask it on forums, people can search. Turns out it was a really good idea, and people started using it, and eventually I didn't even have to answer the questions because they were all using the forum to answer each other. So it became relatively popular, and it became a big community, and I saw the idea that maybe we can actually leverage it and use it as a good platform for something. So we understand that running this web shop software or whatever and forum software, they're not what we want. So we hire more people, some marketing staff, some support staff that answer people's questions on forum, and also provide this shipping service and what else. And also what we hire is an IT team to start working on the software itself. So eventually, like a year later or something, we discovered that we have a social network in our hands. There is lots of visitors, everybody is coming in there, and we actually have a commercial success because we have good selling point, we make money, we have targeted clients, like we sell cat products, we can advertise cat products, the advertisements actually work. we get plenty of money, and we're all good. So like many other companies in Estonia, we eventually discovered agile development. Everybody was kind of happy about it. We started using some sort of Scrum, which of course wasn't like real Scrum, because, well, real Scrum is stupid, who uses that? And then we kind of changed it around. It was working, it was fine. Development was steady, people were happy. We created lots of new features to the Get site. Everybody was working fine. But suddenly we discovered that we are losing traffic to competition. Facebook popped up. People started using like foreign websites to order stuff, and the traffic was kind of reducing. There also came like some fancy Get apps that solved lots of problems for the Get owners that we did normally using our site. So our faces were like that. Oh fuck. So we needed to think out of some new strategies, how to make this Get site running and how to improve our plans, how do we get better stuff out there so we could compete with the competition. And we had quite a lot of ideas that actually worked and started doing them, but the problem was that everything was mostly okay. We were doing stuff, but most of our stuff took quite a long time. The programmers were just having meetings, they were doing plannings and all the Scrum bullshit and stuff, and then what's worse, they wrote like unit tests for everything, so it took like forever to get each feature out. And we felt like when we started implementing the feature, the market was already ahead of us and they came out with it much before. So I really didn't know what to do, so I went to some agile seminars and listened to small talks about what to do exactly to make things work, and yeah, didn't really feel like it. Got some inspiration, but nobody answered the question. So I asked on the seminar myself how to make developers work faster. When I started this company, I was working really hard. I was working days and nights to make the things work, and it was a success. So why do they just spend most of the day like in a meeting and discussing and watching cat pictures when they should be working? And the guy who was giving the seminar said that it's a very complex question. There is many things involved making people give this 110% of them, and there is like so many things. And he babbled on for 20 minutes and I just couldn't listen, and I was like, what? And so this is really not working for us. They offer us some solutions, we can try them. None of them give like result. They improve a little bit something, but it won't get us where we want to go right now. So what did I do? I went to a friend of mine who has been running projects for 30 years. This is not actually him, it's a cat. But he looks like that, yeah. So, and he's been really successful at doing many projects, 30 years of experience in big enterprise companies, really excellent guy, many success stories and everything. So I asked him the same question, that agile guys are telling me it's not a simple solution for that, and what do I do? I need to improve the efficiency, they are just not doing stuff fast enough. So can I do it? And the guy said, of course you can. So basically you're already doing agile, which is good. It has a lot of less overhead. You don't have to have this amazing planning phases or specking and stuff. It's pretty good. But the problem is you just need to motivate your employees. And so how do you motivate people? There is like several methods, some of the stuff that agile people talked about, but everything else is it doesn't work. It takes it some time. and it doesn't provide value instantly. It improves something, but it doesn't make things go. And we are in a hurry. We have competition. We must do something now. So the thing, yeah, they're too complex and stuff. But what we need to do is we have to go lower level and understand what is actually what makes people motivated. So when you're thinking about low-level human emotions, what do you think is the most effective way of motivating people?
Fear.
Yes. Basically, this is a developer riding a bicycle to work. This is a developer riding bicycle to work while being chased by a bear. So the real answer is fear, as you obviously understood. So, yeah. But the thing is, we can't really put bear in the office. Turns out it's slightly illegal. Also, some developers run away or become crying son of a bitches. It's horrible. It's a mess. Don't do that. Also, we can't really threaten them by classical means that if you don't do this now, you will lose your job. He will say, fine, I'll just go work for the next startup. And yeah, right now in Estonia, this is a problem. So we need something more abstract, something that is not direct threat to the developer himself, but creates an air of suspense that makes them do things. So this guy said, okay, I will work for your company. I will come in and I will do a project for you. So I will show you how this thing works. So we had some ideas, marketing guys came up. We needed to change some main page layout, all the stuff, like some minor changes here and there to increase the user experience and all that stuff. Normally we would put them in the backlog. People would do it, but instead of doing them, they will have long meetings about how to do it like the right way and stuff, and how to make the tests work better and faster, and that's kind of not getting us where we want to go. So first thing, we have those products, we have this fancy customer interface, user interface products where there's like 4 people working. But the thing is that it's slow, it's steady, it doesn't have an end. But project has an end, and when we do project, we do it and it's finished and we have it. So first we need a project, and we start this creating this project. It can't be a project make front end look better, because that doesn't really inspire anybody. It has to look important, something that is really important for everything, that if we don't do this project, the sky will fall down on us and I don't know, everything will burn. And it has to have a name, it has to have a cool name, even epic name, something that you can kind of, when you're doing it, you feel that this is the name, this is the thing I want to do, this is stuff. And also, don't forget, it's really important, sky will fall on us. So, let me introduce you the project Chrysalis. This is the front-end updates, really fancy, beautiful. And it's very important we do this project. Yeah, and it will improve everything. But the most important thing about projects is the deadline. Never forget the deadline, because this is what makes things work. It can't be too far away, because otherwise developers will just sit around until the last day and then start doing it. So they have to feel the panic coming in already on the first days of the project. It can't be too close either, because then they'll say it's impossible, it's not possible to do it in 2 days. So let's say 2 weeks, it's a reasonable thing. It probably takes them longer, but let's take 2 days. So we have declared all those things. We have started the project. We gave it epic name. We gave a deadline. And now we can congratulate, because we started a new process which is known as PDD, also known as panic-driven development. So we have this project started. We have to make sure everybody's on the boat. We have to assign a couple of project managers that monitor that everything is going on, that the developers are not having pointless meetings, and we have to say that it is really important we get this project done by deadline. So after a week of working, everybody has been working really hard, but we see that it's still not making really. The projections show that it's probably going to be finished by Wednesday of next week, but we can't really allow that. So let's employ the next weapon. Do you know what it is?
Pizza?
Yes, it's pizza, but what it means? Exactly. So we have overtime, and this is really when developers give the 110% of themselves, because they're working nights, they're working weekends, and the project is a great success. We finished by the deadline. There are some few minor problems, but we can manage it, because it wasn't really important that we finish it in 2 weeks. We just wanted it to get done faster than it normally does. But we'll fix it, everything is live. It's great. We congratulate everyone in the team. It was great work, you did it. Maybe we'll even open a champagne, because it was really epic, the work you put into this project. And yeah, we have to remind that it was really important that we do it. So let's give them a couple of days of breathing space to fix the bugs and push it, and start again. So start the next project, everything goes on, but we can't just stay there. We have to do some other things. First of all, if the developers spend too much time in teams and doing stuff together and stuff, they start to understand that, okay, the guys, what they're doing is not really good. But if we keep them separate, they won't even come to this idea that they can request money for overtime. Otherwise, they might form some sort of union and agree together that, oh, we need some money as well. Come on. We need to create some sort of competition between developers, so this motivates them even further. Like, say if you commit 2,000 lines of code every day, then you get a prize, you get some bonus or something. And whenever somebody fucks up something, then remind them that you fucked it up and you're a really bad person, because otherwise they are not working very well, because they stopped doing tests like in the beginning of the project. But they have to write good code, otherwise we will fail. So we have to just make them feel responsible for the failures they did. And the funniest thing about all this is it really works. And it works quite well. Sometimes even the developers are really happy about it, because they didn't get this agile bullshit anyway. What is this plannings and meetings, and I just want to work. I don't want to stand in the office in the morning and put some stickers on the whiteboard. Like, I just want to write code. That's what I'm good at. And some people enjoy it, and some people work at it like several months without any problems. Some work even 7 years, apparently. So in our case, Catalan 24, 6 months later, we have another epic project going on. It's called Project Orange Dawn. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's about. It doesn't really matter. It's epic title and really nice graphics and all that. So deadline is in 2 days, and it doesn't work at all. And it doesn't look it's going to make it in 2 days, because nobody really understands what's going on. Something is missing, something doesn't work. And worst of all, the servers go down, our live servers. And nobody has idea why. And everybody is basically just chilling and relaxing. Some are working on the Orange Dawn. You go to some person and ask, okay, what's going on with this server being down? I don't know. And takes 2 weeks. Or, okay, a week, yeah. It takes a week to fix the servers. And what went wrong? Well, problem is that we just went ahead cutting so many corners. We stopped doing any automated tests. The testers were so overloaded that they were forced to finish testing really early. People put in hacks because they didn't really have time to discuss or agree what to do and how to do it properly so it would actually work. They just tried something, it seemed to work, basically sticking stuff on the wall and hoping it will stick. And sometimes it does, and usually it does for a while until you discover that the servers are down for a week. And I'm not just joking here, although this story is fictional, I have seen this happen at least 3 times. When a totally functional website that has been panic-driven developed goes down and nobody has a fucking clue what happened. So, also the communication we lost. People don't know anymore what they're doing. Some people tell that, okay, there is like 2 different components in the system. One is doing one component, the other is doing other component. They don't know about it because they are too busy doing their components to even communicate it. And they do same things, they do conflicting things, and things happen. So what we achieved was we demotivated all the people mostly. They grew a immunity to panic. Instead of running around when the servers are down, they're used to that we always have to do stuff by the end of the week. It's really important. It's the most important thing ever. Why is this more important than the project Orange Dawn? Orange Dawn was really, really important. Well, the servers are down. Yeah, I understand it's important, but some people just left. They didn't care about this bullshit and they got tired. And one of the developers is in hospital because he just burned out. So, so the cat is really depressed right now. The point of this whole lecture is that there is no such thing as 110%. Everything you do over 100% is a borrowed, because there is a concept of technical debt. If you cut some corners, you leave some things undone because you are in a hurry, but you have to actually understand what you are leaving undone and when you are actually going to do it, when you have to repay this debt you took. And you have to understand how much debt you have. In our case, we took so much debt that we have no fucking clue how much we have. Other thing to know is overtime comes with really expensive interest, which means that every hour you work overtime actually produces more technical debt and stuff done during the time, because people are tired, they make more mistakes, they want to go home, they are starting to hurry even more than they used to. And you may think that, okay, let's take this weekend as overtime, it's fine. But is it really? That's a good question, because you will discover that you don't actually make any speed. You lose speed because on Monday the stuff still doesn't work because you discover a bug that breaks everything. But there is some more bugs under the surface that you will not discover until your server actually goes down and your database is lost, for example. So this happens. But the question was how to dramatically increase the delivery speed of an IT company. And I'm afraid those agile guys and some other guys who have been doing this for a while were actually telling the truth. There is no solution that will make everything go faster. It works for a while, it might help in some cases, but usually if you're thinking that this is the way to go for a while, then you're wrong and you will fail really hard. Actually motivating people without fear is, of course, a very complex question, but there are ways, and I guess you know all of them as well, because you work in IT and you probably have been motivated before. I hope. If not, then I'm really sad for you. Other thing is that if you feel that the processes and stuff that you're doing is not working for you, you have to find the bottlenecks that are actually blocking the work and solving them one at a time, not just going in and turning everything around and hoping this works. Because we know fear is a good motivator, but you can't be running away from there forever. You fix small things and you improve things, and this helps. Of course, it's not a very good solution when you're really in a hurry, but that comes to our last point. Are we actually asking the right question? What do we really want the developers to give 110%? Is it the problem itself that they are not giving this? Problem is that what we need is continued business. We want to stay ahead of competition, and we want systems that actually work and service our clients. So, nothing of those things say that developers should be working 110%. And was it even possible to stay ahead of Amazon and Facebook? That's a good question. And did our efforts achieve it? So, when we go back to this Scotland, this company, when they restored the servers, there was a couple of people fired, some people left, some more reorganized stuff. Eventually they got back on track and got the company running again, but they never really beat Amazon or Facebook. Maybe it was a pointless exercise anyway, but they're still running. Let's say they're doing business in Estonia, but yeah, they lost their previous glory. Was it because of PDD or because the plan was stillborn anyway? It's hard to say, but so it goes. So, any stupid questions, please? Yes?
Is this person still in hospital?
No. Okay, smart questions then, please. No, nothing? Okay then, end of file. Thank you.